Josh George College Football Week 4, starting with what will be an 11 o'clock kick here. Nebraska and Michigan State here. Look, Mel Tucker has brought Michigan State back. They looked really good in a tough non-conference game against Miami. And look, on paper, a lot of people are saying we don't really know what Michigan State has, but I'll tell you, they've got the goods. Nebraska looked like the old school Nebraska in an old school rivalry back in Norman. It looked like a classic OU Nebraska Big 12 game. Nebraska's tough defense comes this week, so I've got the Huskers winning 27-21 in a defensive struggle. Now, will Ohio State get it right against the Zips of Akron? This game, I think it could be very interesting because I feel like Akron has shown absolutely nothing and Tulsa showed absolutely nothing. And if Tulsa makes this game look close, maybe Ohio State's not as good as we think. But until then, I've got Ohio State 61, Zips 7. TCU and SMU for the frying pan. The game over a frying pan here. And TCU, they're a decent Big 12 team, and SMU's pretty decent. Both teams use Lincoln Riley backup quarterbacks, at least have them on their roster. So, fun, interesting fact here. But TCU finds a way in an offensive thriller, 35-31. Texas Tech and Texas. Texas did their job. They didn't lose to food. They didn't lose to rice here. And really, I don't know what I'm going to get from Steve Sarkisian's defense. That Arkansas game really looms large. Matt Wells is trying to bring back defense at Texas Tech. And look, when it comes down to it, I think it's just going to be an offensive game. And I just feel like Steve Stark is the better offensive mind. So I'll take Texas 45-35. Now, Clemson. Clemson has been held to 2 touchdowns or less in 2 games so far this season. NC State has been they've been decent at defense. Some people I knew had them as a sleeper to finish in the top 25 and things at the end of the season, but it's just going to be a tough game against Clemson. I feel like Clemson's offense gets it going. 54-20. Clemson Tigers win. Texas A&M and the Arkansas Razorbacks. A battle in the top 25 for the first time. Things seem to be getting right back in Arlington. What seems to be a new rivalry on the block here. And A&M has quarterback controversies. We don't know what we're going to get for them. I know Arkansas is a tough team. I know what I'm going to get from them. But Jimbo finds a way. Jimbo will outcoach Arkansas and win 30-27. Now, this is a game that I find intriguing. I know South Carolina didn't look up to themselves against Georgia, but I still think that there's a lot of talent on that roster. And, in fact, the FPI gives South Carolina a 54% chance to win this game. And when the line comes out, and I'll do a video later breaking down who to bet on lines and beating the spread and things like that, and I'll have a lot more to analyze. These are just straight predictions here, trying to make a shorter video on some more intriguing games. When that comes out, I think South Carolina will be the favorite. But Mark Stoops has been in coaching a lot longer than old Mr. Beamer there. This is his first head coaching job, old Shane. So I've got the Wildcats 24, the Gamecocks 21. OU and West Virginia. Now, before I make this prediction, I'm just going to let you a little reminder of who West Virginia's coach is, Neil Brown. Now, Neil Brown beat LSU at Troy, didn't he? Yes, he did. He beat Nebraska at Troy, didn't he? Yes, he did. He's pulled some upsets. Has OU looked invincible or like they could be stopped? Absolutely. Absolutely. Has Lincoln Riley been known for taking his foot off the gas in the fourth quarter? Absolutely. Is it terrible? Absolutely. for the Sooners. So the Sooners could be definitely on upset alert. I just didn't have the guts to pick this one. But I think it'll be close. I'll say that much. And West Virginia may find a way to win. But I've got OU 42-31. Arizona and Oregon. Look, this is a game that a lot of people are going to count Arizona out in. And Oregon has looked really good in. But it's one of those Pac-12 games that could sneak up on you. And Arizona could really give them a game here. I've got Oregon 28-17. But I really think that this turns into a defensive struggle. Richmond. Now, the reason that Richmond is on Virginia Tech is Virginia Tech didn't look so good. They fell behind, and I still remember when they lost to somebody who was calling them a rivalry, and they're like, this is not a rivalry. And Richmond is a Virginia school playing the big boys here, and they are going to keep it close. I've got Tech 28-16. I've got Stanford beating UCLA 36-35 here. Look, I know how good DTR is. I don't need, and I know how Chip Kelly's finally got his offense humming. But David Shaw gets the defense going and gets just enough, finds a way maybe on a 2-point conversion to win the game. And this is one that's going to be a fun watch this Saturday. Game of the week, Wisconsin and Notre Dame here. Notre Dame, they beat the spread this past week against Purdue, but they are 1-2 against the spread this week. Wisconsin's a team that in the preseason I thought had it. They lost a quarterback to Notre Dame. They're going to want to get him. So I've got Wisconsin beating Notre Dame. I'm Josh George. This was my Week 4 college football predictions.